out and ran some mortgage protection. And I normally just run FEX. So I was like, can I have these mortgage protection leads just been sitting there? Let me give these a call, and knock some dust off. After reading this book, and I go out there, and what I realized too, as well, is, some of these dealing with these little young turds. I'm sure we've all sat with them, the 23-year-olds and 24-year-olds. They think that they don't have nothing to worry about in life and everything's covered. I'm sure we've all sat with them. So sitting with them, I had to realize, they don't care about insurance. They're not looking for covering because they don't think they're going to die. So the great thing is not only do I just sell insurance, but I sell accelerated payoff programs for your house. So yeah, I know you don't need insured right now because you're young. That's not something you're going to have to worry about unless you die in an accident. But with the accelerated payoff program, the great thing is now we can pay your house off early. And then if something does happen, hey, you're going to be covered. Your wife's covered, your son's covered for anything that they want to do with their life, whether that's college, pay off the home. We're going to cover all of that with the accelerated payoff program as well. So, so that's another thing that they teach in the Ben Feldman book that I love, is coming up with programs. It's not just about life insurance. And if they ask you like, hey, isn't that just life insurance? Well, then, you can tell them like, what this is a program, but how it's funded, it's through whole life. Okay, this is how we fund the program, through whole life. Everything is an insurance program, but what we are doing is we are ensuring the fact that you can pay off the house early, and we are ensuring the fact that if something were to happen to you, that everything in your family is going to be taken care of as well. So, come up with different packages, think of these things maybe even before you go into the house. If you're working on FEX, try to think of Social Security replacement program, or, let's just say a nursing home program. You can make any kind of program you want and put a price tag on it. Everything has a price tag. We just have to figure out what that price tag is and kind of what to call that program. If they are not interested in just straight life insurance, or even if they do want life insurance, you can make up packages like, we're going to take $3,000 and set it aside for this program here, and another $5,000 for your burial insurance, and package that stuff up. They don't know that they really just bought $25,000 of insurance. Put it in packages. And I learned that just from coming behind some of these other sales tools, and these people are like, oh, they have me in such a great package. My funeral is all taken care of, everything, especially with the Lincoln Heritage crap. Lincoln Heritage is infamous for coming up with these great programs that people just fall in love with. And it's ridiculous because you try to tell them, like, look, all you have is just regular insurance, but they are sold on the fact that they have this amazing program, and there's no reason why we cannot come up with that same program as well. So when they say that, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm familiar with them. They do have that program. The great thing is with this package, we also have that program as well. So if we're filling out this paperwork here, and be creative. You can fill out. One thing that I'm working on is coming up with like a memorial package to add, something like the Lincoln Heritage, where we can plan out their flowers, the song, just something that they can fill out in that home, so they know that when they die, all this is taken care of. The exact same thing that Lincoln Heritage is selling, that these people love. You just got to come up with a different package. All right. So, that's one thing when you're out there this week. Before you even go out there, think of some packages to sell. Think of something that's going to be on the top of your head. So when they tell you, no, I don't need that, well, that's fine, because I'm selling something else as well. I have something else to fix your problem. Like I said, we're professional problem solvers. So we have to constantly think of the problems that we are solving and the packages that we can use to solve that problem. So sometimes during the week, that's one thing to put on your list this week, is think about different packages you want to sell. I know that's definitely on my list to do, of different packages. So think about that this week.
Can I add to that? Because I just want to just jump in on that, because
yeah, go ahead.
Like different, because guys, we're problem solvers, just like Sean said. We paint pictures. And the best way to do it, again, is to put them in that scenario and like, what would happen, Mildred, if Mark didn't come home tomorrow, right? You'd be in a pretty scenario place, put a pretty poor place to be at, right? So you kind of put that in their mind, and then we're gonna, solve the problem. Another thing is to understand their why. So I think like what he was saying there too is just knowing like your client's why, like what made them fill out the form, why why do they feel moved enough to reach out either via mail or digitally, so just kind of get to your client's why. And that's a really what Sean was saying there too, is just really understanding. But if we could get to like their why, it's a wrap. It's a sale every time, and then just solve that problem. So lovely, Sean. Those are good stuff. So I just want to add that, find that why.
Yeah. I mean, and not to mention when you're sitting down with these people and they're trying to make sense of it, we're selling discounted dollars so cheap that how can you say no to it? How can you say no to the fact that for this whole entire year, you are literally paying a penny per $1 that you get back? How many people, like he even said about the money making machine, how many people would love to have a machine that they have in their house where they can put a couple pennies into and get $1 bill back? Who wouldn't love that? Who wouldn't love to put a penny into a machine and get $1 bill back? That's exactly what you're doing with insurance. For that small monthly payment that you're putting into it, you're getting thousands and thousands of dollars back in your pocket. And then at the end of the year, we just start that all over again. We're going to start that cycle all over again every single year, so that every single year that you're alive, we're going to make sure that you're putting pennies into that machine and getting dollars back. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Everybody get out there, kill it this week. I know me personally, I'm in March Madness. I'm in competition with myself. That's about it. I'm trying to write 30K this month. I'm just putting it out there. That is my goal. That's what I've told Mike. That's what I've told everybody who's around me. And that's what I want to write this month is 30K. So I'm putting it out there right now to everybody else to make sure that I get out there and whoop my ass so I can get the 30K.
Love it. Love it. And what we've talked about too as a team. So we talk about incentives for March Madness. If you break your personal best for us as an agency, so if you put up your personal best and issue paid, and I'm not talking about net submit, issue paid business for the month, we're gonna kick back 10%. Okay, so right, 30K, that's a big deal. All right, so we got to break your personal best. We're gonna kick that back in terms of issue paid. So we're taking all of our overrides on that, just throwing it right back to you.
Now I'm writing 40. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate that when you kicking that back. Shit.
So a little March Madness love there that we're doing. And again, those that get out there and kill it. It's got to be your best month on issue paid business, and we're throwing it back. Issue paid though, okay? So get out there, crush it though. Again, you compete against yourself like you should be, but if you're a dog, usually that's how it is anyways, in terms of that. But want to open up to you guys. I know Sean covered a little bit of ground in terms of some good tips for you guys to kind of take in and hopefully implement into your process in terms of painting a picture and understanding that the importance of finding your clients why, painting that picture, and solving a problem, which I think are all really good things to touch on. Huge things for you guys to be in the field knowing that we're professional problem solvers, and a lot of times when we solve a problem, we get paid a lot of money to do it. And so that should be a motivator and something exciting to you to know that all you're out there doing every single day, even your why, the why is bigger than you in the sense of that you're out there helping people. Yeah, it's like, a product that's going to be there during one of the most difficult times of their life. But more importantly, when we're running aged leads like we have been, a lot of times we're getting a client a better product or a better package than what they were currently in. And so the bigger why too is you're saving people money and giving them more bang for their buck, or putting Mildred in a policy that's not going to expire on her, not going to go up in price, not going to be something she can't afford later on in life. So that's the bigger why, at least internally, for you out there helping people. You're the knights in shining armor of the insurance industry in that sense, and then we're out there just solving problems for our clients.
Hey, can I cut in real quick? Yeah, and speaking of why, this really hit me pretty close this last week. Last week I lost my third customer within a year of buying policies, and she called me and told me, hey, Donald passed away, can I give you a call a little later? And I said, absolutely, give me a call. And I told her the same thing that I tell everybody else: when you go to the funeral home, do not tell them how much your policy is. Please negotiate that, okay? But give me a call back later. I signed them up in October through AmAm. So thank God, because he had no insurance when I got there. He had none. He had canceled
Wow.
his last insurance that he had, and they had no insurance. So, and I've dealt with AmAm before, and they have paid out. Do I receive a little bit of a chargeback? Yeah, they died within the first year. But hey, I don't care. Who gives a shit?
Right.
Because I know that guy and his family, they had no coverage before. And this is, like I said, I lost 2 people during COVID. And then I just lost this one now within a year. And they all didn't have insurance. So that's amazing. And it's a great feeling to get that call. Not that they passed away, but the fact that I was
Right.
able to help that family
Right.
out. So
I've had a lot of
should be a
deaths this
great
year
watch.
too. Yeah, no kidding. And they've been to that. And like I said, I've had a lot too this year. We had one that just from 2 years old, a 2-year-old policy that died. You know what I mean? Like, I've lost a lot of clients this year. But again, just brings home why we do what we do. And that's good, man. Really good. So I want to open it up before I let everybody go here. We're doing great on time. I try to keep these calls under 30 minutes, but hopefully it's a valuable 30 minutes to start out with call sessions. And some of you guys, maybe it's a valuable 30-minute break to your call sessions because you're already getting after it early morning. With the right leads, you can do that. But I want to open up. Does anybody got questions? You can unmute yourself. If we do it with some sort of not chaos, or you can hit the chat box up. Questions for Sean. Again, he's been killing it, lighting up our leaderboards. Not sure where you're at over the year, but he has a big goal this year, right a good amount, and I know he's on pace for that.
Around 50 this year for the year. Submits around 50.
Okay, submits around 50. So again, we're not even a quarter of the way through it. I think his goal was like 200, 250 around that range.
240.
240. Good. So
240 is my goal for the year.
So yeah, 20 a month. So he's there. He's got a couple weeks right on pace for that. Then finish the month strong. So good, brother. Consistent as well. So anybody got any questions for Mr. Sean? Check I know we were recording this. I don't know if it took away my chat box or not, but awesome. And of course, y'all know, like, Sean's always made himself available. So if you got individual questions, you can always
anybody can hit me up anytime. I talk to everybody. So
dude, he's a beast, though, man. An up and coming star for our agency. So definitely valuable resource. Want to kick over things to others that are killing it. Again, one of the things that's helped me in my career. I always felt like I'm not the greatest salesperson or the brightest guy, but I just took what I could from those that were doing well. And, again, and I was never trying to be too prideful where I could take something from someone. I even get frustrated when I see, I'm not going to drop names, but I see some guys doing national sales calls for even IFG, and I'm like laughing at some of the stuff they say. But again, you can take something from anyone. So, always take little bits and pieces of people that are doing well and try to emulate it, make it your own. And you'll eventually find yourself, doing really, really well. So yeah, awesome, y'all. So let's have a great week. Keep running it back. Let's make 80K a reality this week. Everybody get out there and get submitted. And we'll do it. If anybody needs us, as always, you can always reach out. But let's have a great week, UBG. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, brother.
no problem.
Later.